Okay, Big Hit Music's new boy group, CORTIS, composed of Martin, James, Chuhoon, Sunghyun, and Kunho, is making it very clear that they're not here to debut quietly. So, this is me reviewing and reacting to their promotion materials, random footages, and also the surprise music video that they dropped titled Go. Okay, so it began at midnight KST on August 10th when CORTIS kicked off what they call the 24-hour premiere. Now, instead of unveiling a polished promotion calendar, like a standard one image roadmap showing every teaser and content release, they treated the day itself as a rollout. Okay, and over those 24 hours, content appeared in like waves, and each piece came with a twist. Clues about the debut hidden inside everyday visuals, like hints about upcoming releases, and even Q&A moments where members responded directly to fan questions. And there was like also a sticky note stuck to the bottom of a sneaker or something, and there was a flyer like tapped to a utility pole. So it was very chaotic and random. And there was also a debut date hidden in the background of a casual shot. And the effect was less like press release and more interactive treasure hunt or scavenger hunt. And by turning the schedule into, like a scavenger game, CORTIS created a sense of participation. Fans weren't just receiving information, so to say. They were rather chasing it. And that approach kept people glued to their screens throughout the day, waiting for the next reveal rather than checking a single post and moving on. And I'm pretty sure while watching this video, you guys are writing in the comment section about how you felt about the whole debut promotions and the music video itself. You're welcome to do that. I will actually encourage you to do that. But first, let's go through some of the things that they did. Now, and just when fans throughout the 24-hour hunt couldn't get more interactive, CORTIS actually switched gears midday with the live Q&A session. Okay, at around 12 p.m. KST, the members appeared through YouTube thumbnail updates. Okay, inviting real-time fan questions and turning that premiere into a two-way conversation. And thankfully, they uploaded. So it started with this. 코르티스에게 궁금한 게 있다면 got questions for us? Go MV 채팅창에 질문을 남겨주세요. 오후 12시부터 멤버들이 직접 유튜브 썸네일을 통해 답변해 드립니다. Drop your questions in the chat on our Go MV premiere now. We'll be back at 12 p.m. KST with answers from the members through the YouTube thumbnail. So what happened was that before the MV was released, there's a thumbnail and then there's a countdown, right? But each time the member answered to the questions, the thumbnail changed with the caption, written in the response form. So that was quite cool. Let's see. We are CORTIS. Got questions? Kunho, Sunghyun, Chuhoon, James, Martin, and CORTIS standing by to answer your questions. Drop your questions in the chat. We'll be back at 12 p.m. KST. So let's go through some of the questions and answers from each member so that we get to know them better. So it started with Kunho. Okay. Now, speaking of which, Big Hit updated their official website. Now, if you visit their website right now, under artist, they have BTS, TXT, CORTIS, and Leehyun. And for CORTIS, they have now updated their profile. So this is their official description of the group. CORTIS is the first boy band in 6 years to debut under Big Hit Music, the powerhouse label behind iconic global groups like BTS and TXT. The name CORTIS is an unconventional mix of 6 letters drawn from the phrase "color outside the lines," which is going to be the title of their debut EP. Okay, reflecting their determination to think beyond the boundaries defined by the world. True to their name, CORTIS is a crew of self-driven creatives who bring raw authenticity to everything they create, from music and choreography to video content, All 5 members, still in their teens, draw from personal stories to showcase their hold on, sorry. I want to pronounce this right. Inimitable. Okay, inimitable. Creativity across songwriting, composition, performance, and videography. What sets them apart is their collaborative approach. Rather than adhering to fixed roles, they work together as co-creators to bring their collective vision to life. Okay, good. And then they have the member profiles, just the date of birth for now. So, back to the Q&A. It starts with Konho. Okay? Where are you, Konho? Yeah, I cannot match their names with face now. Konho, February 14th, 2009. So let's do this. So this was the first thumbnail. 반려동물 키운다면 어떤 동물 키우고 싶어요? If you were to have a pet, what kind of animal would you want to raise? I already have a dog named Cookie. That was Konho's response. So that became the thumbnail of the premiere music video for Go before it got released. You know what I'm saying? So the thumbnail itself continuously changed every time the specific member answered a question. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right, next question. What does it feel like to be the youngest? 막내. Okay, Konho is the 막내. Born in 2009, February 14. Very nice. Let's see. What did he say? I like it. Everyone is fun, and in a good way. The 형s are weird and friendly. 이상한 형과 친구라서 좋아요. I like the response. Next question. What are y'all's favorite ice cream flavor? Salted caramel. Okay. Interesting. Do you prefer summer or winter? Winter, because I love holidays. Konho answered. Next question. 그 무대에서 팬들이 제일 주목해줬으면 하는 포인트는 What's the main point fans should focus on during the Go stage? And he said 우리가 go 하는 모습. So the moment we yell go. Or here, he's referring to the way we perform Go, rather. What else? 아직도 감자튀김 좋아하세요? Do you still like French fries? Yes. Please recommend what I should eat next. And I did some research, and it turns out that this was in reference to a viral airport video where Konho was caught stealing Martin's fries. Martin is a fellow member inside the group, within the group. Okay, so that was the Q&A for Konho. Next up was 실시간 코르티스. 지금 바로 다음 멤버 대기죠. So the members were looking at the fans' questions on their screens, MacBook screen, and then they were answering in real time. Next member was 성현. Okay, this was the initial thumbnail. What are your hobbies besides music, like games, anime, etc.? 영화나 드라마를 보는 것이 가장 많이 하는 취미 생활인 것 같고 시간이 있을 땐 농구나 스케이트보드, 자전거를 타는 것도 좋아해요. I watch a lot of movies and dramas, or I also like basketball, skateboarding, and bike riding when I have time. And of course, in Korean, he omitted subjects, so this could be both I and we. Okay. Next question. Is there a small detail you want fans to notice in the music video or debut promotion? He said, the lyrics and every scene in Go show our real lifestyle and raw vibes. Oh, very nice. Next question. How long have you been in a trainee at BigHit? 성현 said, since I was 13. It's almost been 5 years now. 곧 5년. Wow, 5 years. That's not short at all. 누가 제일 시끄럽나요? Who's the loudest? Definitely Martin 형. Okay, Martin. Where are you, Martin? This is Martin. Okay, 2008, March 20th. He was born in. Let's see. Do you like mint chocolate? It's the least favorite flavor. Sorry. 죄송. Okay. How do you feel now? I've been waiting for your debut, and I'm so happy that I had the chance to ask you guys questions. It doesn't feel real yet. Huh. Yeah. Him being honest right here. About to debut, but still it doesn't feel real yet after 5 years of practicing. Okay, so that was Sunghyun. Let's move over to Juhun. This was the initial thumbnail. It's an iPhone. Cool. What is Juhun's MBTI ISFP? I never changes. I'm not really an MBTI guy. I've never done a test, even though I live in Korea. So, but I know what I is supposed to mean. Introvert, right? But I have no idea what J-Hope, oh, okay. So SFP, I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Anyways, he is ISFP. 코르티스 생각하는 그 뮤비의 숨은 매력 포인트가 궁금해요. Any hidden charm point of the Go music video? And his answer was car wash, a single word. Yes, because they filmed the music video at a car wash at some point. Yeah, there you go. The thumbnail itself is car being washed with weird stuff. Quite chaotic. Any unforgettable memories from training in the US? He said, going to an amusement park together during a break. It was our first group outing. Interesting. That reminds me of a scene from Cat's Eye, the competition show audition program where the members, pre-debut trainee members, came to Korea and then visited amusement parks in Korea. That was a random train of thought. Sorry. What's your favorite food ever? Quick. Ramen. Can't beat ramen. If you could be a member for a day, who would it be and why? He said, Martin. I want to see what it feels like to be up there. And we can interpret this in multiple ways. I think the easiest way is that Martin is the tallest guy. Right, so he's saying, "What I want to see what it feels like to be that tall." Or maybe that has something to do with Martin's creativity. But I think in this case has something to do with Martin's height. Next question. 매일매일 꼭 하는 일이 무엇입니까? Something you definitely do every day is that asking the members what's for our next meal. That's cute. Okay, so that was Juhun. Did we look at Juhun's profile? Juhun. No, that's Kano. Juhun. Date of birth, January 3rd, 2008. Okay, from the first look, I kind of feel like Juhun and Kano kind of look similar. Or is it just me? Okay, anyways. Sorry. Now, let's move on to James. Wait, what is going on? James. There we go. That was a initial thumbnail of the paper bag, brown paper bag over his head. 너랑 팀원들은 보통 심심하면 뭐 해? Okay. I thought. Oh, anyways, what do you and the members do during breaks or when you have time? Lie down and enjoy the peace. Okay. Cortis, how do you feel about finally being able to talk to your fans for the first time? Really, truly awesome. This is something I've been looking forward to for a very long time. So it's definitely nice finally to be able to communicate and share love. Now, one thing I didn't quite mention during my previous video covering Cortis is that I really hope, first of all, I'm really looking forward to their music and their creativity. But I really hope that, and I believe that, they are truly genuine about communicating with their fans, just like their 선배님s, BTS and TXT, who are known to be true lovers of their fans, right? So I'm hoping that. 제임스, 맏형이 되는 건 어때? 힘들거나 재밌어. What is it like being the oldest 형? He said, I'm still learning. It doesn't come natural to me yet. Okay, because for him, it doesn't feel natural to be the oldest member in a group or the young. But yes, Martin is the oldest, March 20th, 2008. Although the age gap between Martin and the 막내 is not that large at all. March 20, 2008, the 막내 is February 14, 2009. Not even a year apart. right? Full year. Wait. Martin 2008, but James was born in 2005. So why did it say? Oh, sorry. What am I talking about? All right, let me take it back. All back. We're talking about James. Why did you not correct me? Anyways, all right. So James was born in 2005, October 14th. So the age gap between James, the 맏형, the oldest, and the 막내, 건호, is around 4 years. 4 years apart. All right. Fact check complete. All right. Next question. Cat or dog? Cat versus dog. He said 강냥이, which is a combination of cat and dog, like cat dog. Next question. If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one member, who would it be and why? He said 주훈. He's calm, so even a deserted island would feel like a holiday. Interesting. What is your go-to comfort food after a long day of practice? He said chocolate milk all day, every day. I think I once read a science article somewhere that said chocolate milk is great for muscle recovery. Yeah, I heard that too. Overall, it tastes good and helps me feel better. 2 birds, 1 stone. And then we read this one, right? Okay, so that was James. And last but not least, sorry for the Martin fans. Let's talk about Martin. This was the initial thumbnail before the face reveal. 마티나, 그룹의 리더가 된 기분이 어때요? Okay, so James is the oldest, but Martin is the leader. Kind of like for BTS, RM is the leader and Jin is the 맏형, right? The oldest. Okay, so how do you feel about being leader? Martin said, honestly, I don't think I do much. Having great friends makes it easier. I like that response. Martin, which song is your favorite in the album? What You Want, for sure. There isn't any other song like this. I am excited. All right, we're going to talk about this later in this video. So these are the photos that Big Hit uploaded on their community channel for Reverse, CORTIS community channel. But yes, the members also dropped the track list. And What You Want is track number 2 on the EP and going to be the title track. And according to Martin, that one is his favorite. There isn't any other song like this, for sure. Exciting. 멤버 중에 누가 제일 잘 먹어요? Who eats the most? 주훈. Even though he eats slow, he eats the most. And I am the fastest eater. Martin said. Cool. 팬들이 이 순간을 오래 기다렸어요. Fans have been waiting for this moment for so long. So, any message to fans who waited for your debut? Thank you for being with us from the start. I love you all. I like that message. 누나 versus 동생. Older sister versus younger sister. They said, both are great. Come on, let's get it. Okay. 어떤 친구가 당신이 가장 시끄럽다고 했는데 당신은 반박할 것이 있습니까? They say that you are the loudest. Or some friends say you are the loudest. Any objections? And that was a reference to which member? Somebody asked who's the loudest, and it was 성현, right? Definitely Martin Hyung. And in this case, Martin said, I cannot deny it because it's not a lie. Can't deny it, he said. Okay, so that was for Martin. And afterward, members also responded to questions as a group. Okay, so this was the initial thumbnail. Current favorite food, 삼겹살 and acai bowls. 삼겹살 is a pork belly, but what is acai bowl? I'm learning new things every day. That looks super good and sweet and healthy at the same time. Wow. Okay. 삼겹살 and acai bowl is an interesting combination. Fandom 이름이 뭐예요? What's the name of our fandom? Fandom name? 추천받습니다. Still taking suggestions. Any ideas from you guys? 요즘 자주 하는 행동은요? Anything that you do nowadays in particular? Any 자주 하는 말은 그런 거지. 그거야, 좋아요. We often say things like, yeah, things like that, or we can handle it, or we love it, or we like it. Okay, 그런 거지 그거야. I'm not quite sure. Or that's how it is. I think that might be the good translation. Or that's it. Or 좋아요, okay, or we like it. 음악 작업 중 영감이 안 떠올래는 어떻게 하시나요? What do you do when you're stuck while making music? They say we change locations, like our hideout, the company, even a restaurant. We move from a place to another place. Interesting question, interesting answer. Go에는 숨겨진 깜짝 장면이 있나요? Hidden surprise in Go? They said 360 degrees. 팬들에게 한마디 부탁해요. Well, any message to the fans? Go music video. 30 minutes left. 29 minutes 59 seconds left. 29 minutes 58 seconds left. So that was a Q&A. And as you can see, as pre-debut fans were asking questions to the members and the members responding, there's already a bond being formed, between artists and fans. And as you know, Big Hit artists and Big Hit as a label really care about the fan-artist interaction, right? And by the time the 24 hours wrapped, the hunt, scavenger hunts, and the hints and the live chat had already done their job. Like I said, building a fan base that was engaged and invested and ready. So when the clock hit midnight on August 11th, Go, the music video, didn't just premiere. It landed in a crowd that was already part of the story. Now, here, let's talk about Go. Musically, Go kind of strips things back to a minimal trap beat. And there were like sharp synth stabs and verses that trade between manifesto and personal reflection. And every member is credited as both lyricist and composer. Okay? So here's a track list for Go, produced by Johnny Goldstein, additional production by His Noise, Spring Boy, and in parentheses they have composers listed: Johnny Goldstein, Spring Boy, Martin, His Noise, James, Mary Lou Mortimer, Sunghyun, Kono, and Juhoon. Okay, so Martin, James, Sunghyun, Kono, Juhoon. That's the 5 members. And that is something unique about this track, the fact that all members were involved. Also, if you look at some of the lyrics, there are lines like "Bring the new hit," "We don't need another sign," "I'm on the new shit," and "Paint the town in green lights, pedal down like it's a bike," or something like that. And I was a bit different in the neighborhood since I was young. I think, if I remember correctly, there was a line delivered by Martin. Martin, play the beat. That's so fire. Lit up the studio. Make night bright as day. Bring the levels up. This song kicks and runs the city. We don't need any other sign. Pedal to the metal like a bike. Watch me go, go, go. I just gotta get it. Watch me go. Ever since I was little, here we go. I've been the neighborhood weirdo. Got our caps on lock, enter a new era, and push on. So the words, if you look at them, if you read them, are kind of brash and ambitious. But they're also rooted in personal experience, like the member said, grounding the bravado in something genuine. And it's the sound of teenagers. We get it, right? Teenagers claiming their space before the world has had a chance to box them in. And the music video matches that spirit, but also throws out the standard K-pop debut rulebook. Like instead of immaculate dance sets and dramatic lighting, it is a chaotic scrapbook of like skateboards, car wash spray, and playground swings, and like stitched together from footage the members shot and planned themselves during trainee days in Los Angeles, US. And again, all 5 members are credited in music, but also as co-directors, which is an unusual move for any group, let alone one making their first public splash. Here we go. The music video directed by Idiots and CORTIS. And if you look at the description, it also says here, directed by Idiots and CORTIS. So that is something cool. Okay. What else? And the editing is quite fast, very jumpy, and rough edged, and making the video feel alive rather than polished. You know exactly what kind of things they had in mind when they filmed this and edited this, the direction that we're considering. And that raw approach, I feel like, is kind of bound to split opinion. Some people will see it as refreshing, others might see flaws. For example, some viewers might be surprised that a first public music video leans so heavily into offbeat moments and casual visuals. And some people might say the song leans too heavily on autotune, for example, and that the melody never really goes anywhere, or that the flow feels stuck in one gear. And they might even compare it to like old SoundCloud rap or something, or argue that it's chasing like a Western audience at the expense of the vocal fireworks and tight choreography they expect from a big hit debut or any other K-pop boy group. And sure, you could make that case. By the way, there are a lot of moments where the members are seen filming themselves using GoPro, I'm assuming, and this is hilarious. But I feel like that choice feels intentional here, because CORTIS is positioning themselves as unpredictable, like a group you can't fully pin down from one piece of content, so to say. And even their pre-release promotions that we have talked about have taken that approach, from their 24-hour premiere event that dropped clues instead of a fixed timetable, to hiding debut dates in everyday objects like street posters and shoe soles. So you could also argue that's the point. Go isn't trying to play by the rulebook. It's more of a calling card than a conventional debut, which is a way of saying, here's who we are, take it or leave it. Of course, the risk is that for some listeners, that flag is planted a little too far from what they want. And that tension between creative freedom and mainstream appeal might just define CORTIS' early months since debut. Now, when the music video first dropped, as I looked at some of the people's comments, this reminded me of the debate, quote-unquote debate, that people had about Cat's Eye when their very first track, Debut, literally called Debut, dropped. There was like so many online doom talks. It was everywhere. People were saying, oh my goodness, Cat's Eye, they're doomed. Look at their debut track. What is this? And even there was a division among the fandom. And yet, look where they are now. And I particularly remember this one user who wrote very, troll-like comments on my channel. User named Vicha is better than Cat's Eye. And yeah, look where they are now. Vicha, by the way, is a JYP global girl group who changed their brand name to Girl Set, by the way. Anyways, so I believe that these guys and Big Hit know exactly what they're doing. And I also feel like I was like smiling throughout this music video while I was watching the music video, because I kind of expected the reactions from the general public or the listeners, general K-pop listeners. But for now, we'll have to see, because with What You Want, the title track, coming August 18th and the full album dropping September 8th, we will soon see whether their music, for example, Go, ends up as a bold opening move or a shaky first step. We'll have to see, but I've got some good feelings and great expectations for this group. Speaking of which, let's talk about the track list again. So, instead of a slick, high-concept teaser, the track list was revealed in a raw, almost guerrilla-style video. Like 5 simple sheets of paper laid out on the ground, each listing a track title and its credits. Where did they drop this? It was one of them. They released so many videos and uploaded them. Anyways, so it immediately highlighted one of CORTIS' strongest talking points. That is their direct creative involvement. Every track on the EP includes at least one member in the songwriting or production credits. Again, positioning them as more than just performers from day one. And yeah, this hands-on involvement fits perfectly with the Young Creator Crew tagline that the group has been using, highlighting that their artistry spans music, choreography, and even video production. Okay, so the EP consists of 5 tracks. Go, which is an intro track blending hip hop and pop with a distinctive boundary-pushing sound. Every member is credited, according to a press release by BigHit. Okay, now what you want? Track number 2, that's a title track. A bold fusion of boom bap rhythms with the psychedelic rock guitar riff reminiscent of the 1960s. An unusual choice for a K-pop title track. It's designed to spark curiosity. And look, every member except Chu-hun is listed. What you want? Produced by Spring Boy, His Noise, Zach Forgotti, Slush Puppy, Hitman Bang, and Tizo, Touchdown, His Noise, Spring Boy, Zach Forgotti, Sunghyun, Slush Puppy, Hitman Bang, Martin, Kano, and Juhun. Interesting. So that's gonna be their first collab with Hitman Bang. I'm excited. And track number 3, Fashion. It's a track with a deliberately quirky title, BigHit said, featuring contributions from Martin, Juhun, Sunghyun, and Konho. So that's every member except James. That's unexpected. Track number 4, Joyride. It said, like Go. This track is a full group effort in both writing and composition. Produced by His Noise, Austin Corona, Wyatt Bernard, Martin, and James. I love it. So both Martin and James were involved in the production of this track. And composed by His Noise, Martin, Austin Corona, Wyatt Bernard, DCF, Kristen Carpenter, Sunghyun, Spring Boy, James, Juhoon, and Konho. So all 5 members. And last but not least, Lullaby. Track number 5, a softer closer, led by Martin with writing and composition from James and Sunghyun. Okay, so very exciting. The EP will be officially released on September 8th at 6 p.m. KST. So mark your calendar if you are interested. But fans will get to hear the title track, What You Want, early on August 18th. Okay, and yeah, as for Go, the music video already dropped on August 11th at midnight, followed by a conceptual performance film on August 12th. Okay, it's going to be a choreography-focused piece that further strengthens CORTIS' identity as a group that creates their own performance narratives, according to BigHit. Okay, so if you ask me how I feel about these members, I am excited. I mean, all 5 members are super young. They're teenagers, and their name, CORTIS, carries the meaning of breaking free from society's fixed standards and rules. And as a CEO executive, Lee Jae-sang said during the second quarter earnings, everything about this group will be different from the standard K-pop traditions, right? So that's what I'm excited about, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And this debut rollout already, from the stripped down track list reveal to the unusual genre experiments, shows that they are indeed shaping themselves as a group, willing to think differently and to do things differently and push past expectations. Okay, so what do you think? That was a long, chaotic review of their promotion materials and also music video. So what did you guys think of this debut process or pre-debut process and promotion methodologies, and their first song, Go, and what did you think of the music video? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I am so excited about your responses. But when you write comments, as always, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Okay? Oh, look, HYBE is promoting using the photo lashed onto their headquarters building. That's pretty cool. Anyways, peace and love. Bye bye.